So in this video, I'm going to take you through a meditation that I would use perhaps a couple of times a day. And it's a little bit of a recap on what we talked about earlier with relaxing the body and mind, but it's just to show you, because a lot of you may have that issue with the word meditation. It feels like something hard or something that unreachable, or what actually do you do? So I'll take you through a meditation that I've found to be quite useful in getting me to that space of relaxation, so that at night, the whole idea is during the day I'll do this a couple of times so that at night I have more traction to actually be lucid, and I've got more chance of my astral body waking up. So really, as I've alluded to earlier, we're waiting for vibrations or lights, or what I believe to be actual entities and guides. These lights and vibrations are coming in at night to help you out of your body, but you need to have a certain amount of lucidity of the mind so that you can actually kind of grab at that opportunity. So this meditation will kind of prepare you to have that potential grab at night, that your mind can all of a sudden be lucid and awake while your body's asleep. So I'll take you through what I would do. And this is just a relaxation one to be with that. As I mentioned with that video, Entering the Void, this is to be in that space of nothingness and just to be with yourself. And essentially to feel just good, because that is more likely to propel you into the astral at night. So this is what I would do. So I'm sitting here on a straight back, with a straight back on a cushion. And the first thing I'll do is my chakra breathing. So I'm putting my awareness to my crown chakra. I'll take you through exactly the steps. And this will also recap on some of the techniques we've used to relax and the chakra breathing. Breathing through the crown, out the heart, front and back. And so my awareness is with the heart, in the heart, and down out through the base. The infinite universe into the base, out the heart. So when I'm doing this, it doesn't really matter what's going on around me, what kind of noise. I'm just thinking the infinite universe into my heart, and up and out through my crown. So that's one circuit. Now I'll go through the crown again, the infinite universe. Out my third eye, front and back. Clearing, cleansing, activating with the intention in my third eye. And down out through the base. And don't get bogged down in the intention. It can be a light intention. The important thing is to be aware of your breath. In through my base. Out my third eye. Just helps stabilize and calm you in my third eye. Out my crown. And any breathing exercise can be done to start the meditation. In through the crown. Out my throat, front and back. Clearing, cleansing, activating. In my throat. And down and out my base. And as I'm doing it, I'm feeling this release through awareness. Feels good in my base. Out my throat. In my throat. Up and out the crown. And once again, to constrict the throat slightly as you do this breathing, to feel the breath as it goes through your chakras. So in through the crown. Down to my solar plexus. Out, front and back. Feeling the texture of the breath in the solar plexus. Down and out the base. In the base. Out the solar plexus. In the solar plexus. And up and out the crown. Into the crown. Out the sacral, front and back. Just below the belly button. In the sacral. Down to the base. Feeling that really start to expand and release the base, into the base, out the sacral. And I'm just enjoying being with my breath, in through my sacral, up and out the crown. Last time, into the crown, out the heart, in the heart, down out through the base, in the base, out the heart, in the heart, out the crown. Now I'm just sitting with myself. Feels good to have done that. I feel calmer in my mind. And now I quickly feel through my body, rather than doing the kind of long extended physical relax, I'm just sort of feeling into my left foot, moving up my left to the left knee, left upper leg, and I feel my breath sometimes wanting to breathe out more. So I relink my breath and this release with my body. Feeling to my right foot, to my right knee, up to my right upper leg, feeling my lower torso. Breathing out, releasing stuff that's there. I don't need to know what it is, it's just releasing up to my mid-torso, putting awareness in there, up to my upper torso. Also, when I meditate, this is perhaps just me, I don't know how other people are, but I find when I relax myself, I tend to swallow a lot. It's like some people yawn when they're doing energy healing, and so do excuse the excessive swallowing. I tend to, when I'm in a meditative state, I tend to swallow a lot. So I think that's okay. It's releasing stuff down the back of the throat as well. So you're releasing all the glands. Now moving up the upper torso, left hand, left arm, shoulder, right hand, arm, shoulder, throat, neck, head. And I'm really feeling this buzz all through me, this awareness. And now I'm feeling aware of all of my body. I'm releasing the mind in my left foot, left leg, mind in the right foot, right leg, mind in the lower torso. It knows what it is. Releasing the mind, mid-torso, upper torso, left hand, arm, shoulder, right hand, arm, shoulder, neck, head. So for me, it's just to sweep that awareness through my body and mind and to be present with myself. So now I'm just feeling very still, very not much going on in my mind. Now I'm actually looking for things that are on my mind. Forget the negative or positive, just things that are on my mind that I'm thinking of. Maybe I'm thinking of a dinner date tonight with friends. So I put my attention on that, have a little bubble of the picture of that, or the expectation of it, or the excitement. Then I let it go. So I sort of focus a vision of awareness on how that would feel, or the visuals of it, or sense, or the feeling of it. And then I just feel in a bubble and let it go, and it dissipates. Now for some reason I'm thinking of the street out the front. Hold that, let it go. Thinking of the fact that I woke up this morning with a few sinus issues. Thinking of that. Sending a bit of healing, letting it go. Thinking of some stuff that's been in the news lately. While on the subject of that, don't let the news preoccupy you too much. Often there's negative events being beamed into our living rooms and kind of resonating with ourselves, and a lot of people like to get outraged. Don't let that interfere too much with you. It's not really much to do with you. You want to feel good. Things can happen in the world, and they're terrible things, but it's also designed to make you feel powerless, the programming of having it beamed into your life. Good to know about things, but go into yourself. You'll have more power when you do step into your own power to see things clearer and act. So thinking of the news I've been hearing, putting that in a bubble, letting it go. Now I'm feeling pretty good. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my awareness into my heart. And I feel it's like a sun or a star that is kind of with energy. It's kind of buzzing. It is the center of our solar body. And remember, this solar is a star, the sun is a star, and our astral body it's also the center of our astral body. So the heart, the sun, the solar aspect of within us. We are not just of the solar system, I mean solar as in star body. Sensing into the heart and actually feeling it like its own little supernova, this bursting star within me. And I sense now this energy radiate all through expand from my heart, all through my chakras quite quickly, so my light body is expanding. Now it's radiating through my body. And once again, it's a feeling of a release of an explosion, not so much an adding on. So my focus is on my heart, and I'm just going to let myself wander for a bit with this. And you can do the same. Allow any sounds to come in, don't put labels on them, just allow them to be. But focus on the heart region and let your mind do what it wishes to do. And if I may interrupt your meditation, keep feeling that heart as I speak. But sensing always, it's a little bit like some kind of scanner that is always going through my body, releasing anything that's holding as I do this. Sensing my spine nice and straight. You can do this exercise also on a chair. Sometimes I do it on a chair. I do it anywhere. Putting your awareness into your heart. Now after a time, and it can be a longer time, but your mind will start to lose itself. If you're sitting up, this is a sitting up meditation we're doing, you'll all of a sudden perhaps lose your consciousness and kind of your head will go forward slightly, or you'll all of a sudden be aware of where you are. That first split second is what we're looking for. So I will just go in, I'll allow things to happen, I'll feel good and maybe I'll fracture whatever, and then I'll grab myself. So I'm looking to grab, all of a sudden I realize, oh, I'm in this cushion, I'm meditating. And that first split second, I feel this immense presence of being. And that's what you're looking for, this I am. You all of a sudden come into a very singular place of consciousness. it will happen to you. Now, when you grab that, and of course, because we're in the realm of time and the 3D, we hold on to it a bit, and of course it starts to dissipate after a while. You can't really hold the present moment. We can translate it into a linear time concept, but it's each time I hit that spark of I am, of absolute presence. And so my mind will then start to wander again. I'll go back into my heart. Allow sounds just to be vibrations. And personally, it just feels so good to be with myself. It's kind of an intimacy. There's sort of nothing going on. Right now I hear the wind, it's blowing through. And it's nice. The sounds of the chimes are nice. I kind of feel their texture on me, the wind and the chimes, as though I'm doing an astral trip and sensing texture with my astral body. So I'm allowing my kind of astral sense to kind of flare and touch these things in a different way. We're taught very much in our reality to judge everything, whether it be good or bad. There's always a judgment. You see someone, oh, that's that kind of person. You see something, oh, I want that. Or that's good or that's bad. Or that's red or that's white. This kind of meditations just take you into a kind of a non-agenda phase. I'm not asking for anything. I'm not asking for astral awareness right now. I'm just being with myself. And it feels good. It feels a lot more than good, if I'm really honest with you. No one can really understand how someone else is feeling something, but for me it feels absolutely great just to sit with myself in this way. And so I continue to put my mind into my heart. And I sense everything around me. I sense the cushion below me. I sense my body so relaxed. Sounds wander in, the wind. A dog barking. Somewhere beautiful. And I tell you something, when you do this at least a couple of times a day, give yourself the time to do it. It is an aspect of self-love, once again, self-acknowledgement, because you're giving yourself the time to do nothing in particular, which is the best thing about it. You really start to feel into these things. Like you start to feel, you have a relationship with the wind, or you sense, if you hear noises, you sense what is going on behind the noise without judging it. You sense a connection. For instance, that dog barking earlier, you sense something beyond its imperative. You sense a deeper connection to that being. So you start to really sense the consciousness in everything when you allow it just to be and to wash over you and you wash over it. So normally when I do this meditation, of course, I would be talking, and I can't stop talking. Obviously, part of the course is for me to talk. But when I do this, I will lose kind of consciousness maybe 7 times in a meditation in the space of 10 to 15 minutes. And each time I come back to the I am. What that does is it's kind of grist to the mill, if you know that expression. It's kind of juice to your lucid mind. What that does is it's training the cogs of your mind to kind of tap into another aspect of yourself. And it also takes away from exhaustion when you sleep. So see, I'm preparing myself each night for sleep. It's like a mini death when you go to sleep. So we become conscious, well, I want to be as lucid as I can when I fall asleep. So I find doing this, I'm more likely to have that chance at night, that little spark of I amness that is just enough to open a portal, a gateway, a window, an astral experience. Just enough so that my mind is listening for a vibration that can take me astral, or my astral eyes see the lights coming. Often when I'm lying down at night or kind of almost asleep, all of a sudden these lights start to happen all around me and I know, oh, it's going to happen. So I want to be as kind of relaxed and prepared and feeling good as I can so that I can go with that experience and have an astral experience. If it takes me by surprise, of course, oh, we're trained to think that's different, I'm shocked, I'm not going to go. And then we say that was a negative experience because our own fear creates shadows around this topic. This simple kind of meditation that I'm doing now, of course, not talking, you can try this. Just to be with yourself, allow yourself to fall into slight unconsciousness. So you want to do it sitting up, and then you'll come back to a point of singularity, that singular mind, that I am. And you let that come again and again and again, and that is strengthening your psychic mind, if you like. And this is really, once again, I talk about the keystone of relaxation and mental and physical relaxation. This is a great way to do this. And this is what I call meditation for me. This is meditation, just to go in and feel with myself, to put all of that external stuff aside. Everything I've been thinking, even if I'm thinking good things, like I love what I do, I love my life, but I still, these externals are not what I am. So to put all of that aside, that's meditation. And just to enjoy that heart space, is just a great thing to do. So try that yourselves. And as I said, a couple of times a day is fantastic. And even as the garbage is being picked up out the front of the house, that's okay too. It's somehow a celebration of life. So, as I said, not to label everything you hear, and it makes you far less reactive in this realm, which I can't talk about enough with you, because when you start to become really less reactive in this realm, you're so much more likely to tip into that astral awareness. Because I've found that in the astral, if I get really excited, I'm going to come back, and we generally get shocked very easily as a species. So just to be feeling into this space a couple of times a day, after a week, you're going to have astral visions or awareness. Things start to happen. And so at the end of even something like this, I can then say, okay, tonight I'm going to go astral if I want. Don't have to. But the point of it is just to be with yourself for that. And it doesn't matter what's going on in the house around you. There can be kids running around. There can be garbage trucks. There can be kookaburras, in my case, going crazy. You really start to let go of the labels of all of that. And my wife is a musician, and she's often playing the flute and piccolo, and I can lie down and meditate, or sit and meditate a couple of feet away from her while she's playing really loud, and it doesn't disturb me at all. Not that you need to do that, but you can find ways around everything. So do give yourself this time. I will shut up now and let you actually do it, and I'll see you in the next video.